Okay, I'm going to introduce you to my method for solving quadratic equations. First of all, we're going to deal with quadratics without a coefficient greater than 1 in front of the x squared. So these are with no number in front of the x squared. This is really an imaginary 1. Okay, let's have a look. All of these can factorize into two pairs of brackets. And what we can do first is identify what signs are going to be in the brackets. So for example here, looking at the quadratic from the right, the first sign here is the plus. And the plus here means that they're both the same, the signs in the brackets below. Then we can look at the next symbol along, and that's also a plus. This tells us the sign of both the symbols below. So we know they're both the same, and we know they're both pluses. So we've actually got two pluses here. Looking at the next example, here again we've got a plus. That means they're both the same. So we expect both the symbols below to be the same, and in this case we expect them to be minus. And indeed, when we look below at the factorization, yes, they're both minuses. Alternatively, the first symbol from the right could be a minus, and this means we expect a plus and a minus below, so they're different. And indeed, we see a plus and a minus in the factorization below. But the second sign this time tells us not the sign of both of them because they're different, but the sign of the bigger number. And if you notice, the sign is a minus here, so that goes in front of the 3, which is the bigger number. Looking at the other example below, you've got a minus here, which means, yes, again, you've got a plus and a minus below in the factorization. But this sign here tells us that the bigger number is going to be positive. So the 3 in this case is going to have the plus sign in front of it. And because they're both different, the other sign number is going to have a minus in front of it. And that's the basis of the system we use. So we can always check the factorization quite quickly. Let's look in the next example on what we do. So you've got here x squared minus 5x plus 6, and what we're going to do with this, first of all, we're going to look at the signs. We're going to know they're both the same, so we can actually write our factorization down below, two brackets. We know both the symbols are going to be the same, and we look at the next symbol and we know they're both going to be negative, so we can put the two minuses down. What we do now is we take the number 6 here and we find the factors of 6. So 1 goes into 6 6 times, 2 goes into 6 3 times, 3 we've already done, so we finished. And we know they're both minuses, so we put minuses in front of both the numbers. And which two add up to the coefficient of x here? Which two add up to minus 5? Well, it's the second two. It's minus 3 and minus 2. So we can put minus 2 and minus 3 in the brackets below. Let's look at one more example. So let's look at this one. So here's another example. What we've got here, we're going to write out our brackets and take the number 15 across here. Find the factors 1 and 15. 2 doesn't go into 15, 3 goes 5 times, 4 doesn't go, and 5 we've already done. So we've finished, we found all the factors. What we do now, we look at this symbol here, which tells us we've got a plus and a minus. They're different. And this symbol here that tells us the bigger one's a minus. So let's put a minus in front of the bigger numbers here and a plus in front of the smaller numbers. Which two add up to the coefficient of x? Minus 2, well, it's plus 3 and minus 5 make minus 2, so we can put plus 3 and minus 5 in here.